Hello, cats and kittens. We are live and it's Sunday Funday. And here I am with my able bodied wingman, JJ22.
Hey guys.
Now I gotta mute. Oh, I'm already muted here on my end though. Okay, good. All right, we're good now. So how's everybody doing on this beautiful, lovely Sunday night? Feels weird because I used to do on the weekends at 3 p.m. but now I'm at 6, so I got to get used to this every night now. But it's fun. Get more people here, and we'll have a fun night. JJ and I will entertain you. We'll have fun in some shape or form because
Well,
I
we'll see
just
how it all goes down.
yep, because I just fly by the seat of my pants. Hey Cameron, how you
Hey
doing?
Cam, good to see you.
Yeah, welcome.
That was a great
Welcome.
interview that Rachel did with Joe Mayo.
I know. Well, I think Doc and her had a falling out or something, so I didn't say to Joe that was a great interview.
Mm.
I didn't think it was the right time or place to do it, but if he was here, then I can say it.
That was a
I
that was
just
a fun interview to get to know him better, and I thought he was pretty open about I thought it was really good.
well, most of the stuff he said I already knew. Hey Dan, how you doing?
Hey, so yeah, we get the message, Dan, that you're not that big into Kiss, but
No, you don't like Kiss that much.
we don't plan on. We don't. It was just a picture. I don't think we plan on playing too much Kiss music today.
No, I just put it up because that's the graphic I was made.
Right.
Because I remember that 17 minutes now. What? What do you mean 17 minutes? I'm confused. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah.
So what you been up to today, James?
Um, Not a hell of a lot. I was on Rachel's this morning for a little bit.
Hmm.
Then I took Sadie out for a walk. Then I came back. Then I went back on Rachel's. Then I think I took Sadie out again. I'm not sure. I think I did. Anyway, I can't remember. And then I went on what's his face there, Calvin Wazoo's live chat. He chatted a bit to the peanut gallery, and then put the link out. I came up. I was up for most of it, for the most part, and then Rob came in a little later. Everybody's so shy to come up on the stream. I'm the first one up there because I'm kind of like his wingman in a way.
Well, sometimes when you run them earlier on a Sunday, I think sometimes people, are getting ready or having their breakfast and they're into watching it, but they're really not into, coming up.
Hey George, welcome.
George, welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, George has 5 days off of work because he told me this morning he tested positive for COVID.
Oh, I'm sorry. George, I hope you're feeling okay.
Yeah, get rest and stay home all week and get better. But I'm so disappointed you're going to miss that concert tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Kiss, I'm going to be seeing Kiss in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
They were supposed to perform over the summer, but back in September, but they got delayed due to COVID.
Oh yeah.
Because the band members got COVID, so they rescheduled it for it's in 2 weeks from now here in Milwaukee.
Just chest pressure and a cough. That's not too bad. Yeah.
But that's cool. I'm sorry you're gonna miss the concert though. That's very
Yeah.
disappointing.
Mm. Hold on, let me get a root beer. Wait, what have I got? What did I bring up? Oh, I brought a cream soda. Yeah, okay. I can't remember what I got in the fridge.
James is
Oh
switching
my god.
beer drinks at the moment, guys. So we'll be here going. If anybody wants to come up, let me know, and I can put the link out for you if you want to come up and chat on the stream. That'd be great. Hey, Randy, great mix last night with
Randy.
Hydra. I was jamming down here. You guys kept it going until the stream went down, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm. Hey Calvin. Oh, Calvin wants the link.
I just put the link out for him.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
So James, are you rotating drinks right now? You're going from beer to non-alcoholic to alcoholic. Are you
No, no.
rotating right now?
I've had enough. I've had 2 beers today,
Mm.
so I've had enough.
Were you able to check any of that Hydra last night with Aaron and John
No,
and
I went
and
downstairs and watched some more Prison Break. It was on too late for me, so.
they had a total jam going, and I've not heard those tunes, but man, the tunes that they were playing were rocking hard. It was
Oh,
really
I bet
cool.
it was.
And it's also cool how each person. My understanding is that they really don't know what the other one's going to play, but the music just blends into the one. I told them that it's so good they should almost have a serious show. Hey, Mr. Beckham,
Hey, Mr. Beckham,
good to see
welcome to
you.
Sunday Funday. That's an interesting avatar. Yeah. So how you doing, Mr. Beckham? Hope you're in good shape, good health. Hope your weather's nice there.
Yep, down in Texas, I believe.
And I met the cutest little Scotty dog when I had Sadie out before. His name was Winston.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was growling at Sadie. Hey, Nicktronic, Rob Walker, what's fun about this?
There we
It's
go.
fun.
Negative Nelly as always.
You know what, Rob? It's fun because you're here.
Yes, it is, and we
That's
know
a
it's
good
all
answer.
crap, and crap.
And you love to support me, Rob, and you love to support JJ too. You know it. You won't admit it, but we know that.
Well, that's cool. You're going to Cali,
I
Mr.
dated
Beckham.
this girl in my avatar. Ooh.
Looks like he's
I'll
going
be,
to he's going to Cali. I hope you're doing something fun. Hope it's not business related or anything. Or if you are, hope you get to have a good time and maybe even hook up with some people.
oh, we got Calvin. Hey, Calvin.
Hey, Calvin.
Hey,
What's up?
not much.
Good to see you. Looks like you got some stuff to show.
Well, I just have this one thing because even though yesterday was show number 50, this episode number 51 is going to be very special
Is
because
it?
I'm actually going to thank JJ for something.
Oh, okay.
That never happens because yesterday JJ was showing all his Godfather stuff, and all I had was the band The Godfathers. But he got me to actually listen to it again after probably not listening to it for about 20 years. And you know what? It's really good, actually. Better than I remember it. So now you got me back into The Godfathers, JJ, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
And the best track, in my opinion, is Walking, Talking, Johnny Cash Blues.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So people who have nothing else better to do, check that song out. And even if you have something better to do, check it out anyway.
So, Calvin, were you shocked at the news about Naomi Judd?
Yeah, I didn't know she had. I knew that she had. What was it? Hepatitis or something that caused them to break up. I mean, stop touring in the first place. But I didn't know she had a history of mental illness.
Neither did I.
Because I really never paid much attention to the Judds. I'm more in the male-oriented country people.
Oh,
I was never really. They weren't up tempo enough for me.
Not even Shania Twain. Come on, Shania Twain's hot. Come on.
Or Faith Hill. Come on.
Well, she's
Yeah.
not country. Shania's country pop.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
there's different distinctions.
Yes.
Mhm. So, Calvin, before you think that JJ's being fired, he's not being fired. He'll be here for the first hour, and then he's got to go cook dinner for his wife. So you can be my wingman when he's gone.
No, I think I'm gonna cut out early too because I want to get something to eat before the. I don't know what the Sunday night baseball game is, but I want to be all fed before Sunday night baseball.
Ah. So you have no clue who's playing tonight?
I don't know. I did check because I woke up late this morning, so I checked the box scores. I didn't see what the game was. Last week was
Well,
Phillies and Brewers, and the Brewers cheated.
Maybe JJ can shed some light on that for us.
I hate when the
He's a
Brewers
sports
cheat,
dude.
especially against the Phillies.
I'll go and listen to it, Calvin. Anything's better than watching you.
Thanks,
Oh
Rob.
my God.
We all know
You always
everything Rob
bring a
says
smile
is
to
with
our
love.
face. Yeah, and you know what, Rob? You may say that you don't like this thing, but you love it because you come up on screen and hang out with me and help me out. You do love being here to help out. I know you do. Who's on first? Who's on second?
What's on
No,
second?
what's on second? I don't know. Third base.
Comes who comes to pick up his paycheck?
Yeah. Well, here's a shocker on Paramount. Paramount, not Paramount Plus, but we have Paramount, the TV station here.
Mm-hmm.
And last night I came up to get something to eat while I was watching Prison Break, and I come to my mom's room. I said, "Mom, what are you watching?" The Godfather. I was like, "Mom, you know this is a violent movie." Because I was thinking of the toll booth scene.
Oh,
My
wow.
mom was in the horse's head. I thought my mom would be freaking out. Hey, Lisa, welcome.
Good to see you, Lisa.
Why would anyone want to take a break in prison?
Oh, you got Cam.
It seemed like it would be better if it was a spring break. Prison break seems kind of awful.
But Lisa, you got to do it right. You got to do it like Clint.
It's like, hey, I'm going to go on break. I'm going to go to prison.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cam, good to see you.
That joke went well.
Yeah. What you drinking there, Cam?
Izzy.
Ooh. We can hardly hear you.
Ah!
Turn
That's
your
not
mic up.
necessarily a bad thing.
Ah!
No.
That's better. That's better.
Although Cam,
Yeah,
I do have to say, I watched the noise on. That was amazing noise of that. That almost should be a recording in itself. That noise that you did on Thursday.
I'd even watch it back.
It
I should
That was
if it's that good.
was quite.
That was
the
like the
jam.
super. I'm sorry. That was like the super deluxe version. It just kept going and going and going.
Was it really that long? I thought it was just, the normal amount of time.
No, it seemed really long. It was good, but I thought it went really long.
It was a good stream.
Yeah. So Cam, this Thursday is going to be very special for me on Pilmer.
Are you doing your wingman thing now?
I think so. Yeah, he's going to give me the new thing.
So what's your job gonna be?
Well, like what I do with Rachel, I bring people up on screen and I can show the comments and stuff like that.
Snazzy.
That's cool.
So I'm excited to do it. I mean, he's a big YouTuber. He's a bigger one than me, but I said, you know what? He seems to see something in me. So
I think you got to have Devo in your collection first.
No, I don't.
I think that should be a requirement. You got to have Devo.
I think you should get an energy dome for Miss Piggy.
True.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
Were you there when I had Miss Piggy make out with me? That was funny.
Hit that Kermit he got, boy. That Kermit that's like the weirdest looking Kermit that I've ever seen.
Oh my god, that thing looked like it had a freaking stroke.
It was even
And it
better
was
when he was
stoned.
like fisting Kermit, and then like he pulled it away, and the Kermit looked sad.
Yeah,
Oh,
or that
it
one
was
point when he
funny how
walked
he
away to
put
go
his
to the
hand in-
bathroom and
It was funny how he was putting
he's
his hand inside the puppet, and then the mouth was like he was getting
Yeah.
sodomized or something. I was laughing so hard. I was like, "Oh my god, that's too funny." Ooh, Abby, man, they just keep popping up here all night.
Yeah,
Abby.
I have not bought any records this weekend, Rob.
JJ, bring her up.
Hmm?
Bring up Abby. She's right here.
Oh,
I mean, it's terrible. James gets to be Pilmer's wingman, and what does Pilmer give me? He gives me nothing. I get nothing.
Oh no, it's Debo.
What's your
I
favorite?
get absolutely nothing from him.
James,
Huh.
you never listened to those Devo songs I sent you, did you?
Me? No, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't send me any songs.
I will eventually.
Uh-huh. Sure.
You're just teasing me. I know. How you doing, Abby?
Believe ya.
You okay?
My leg's bruised.
Aw.
Don't even ask what I did.
Well, we won't ask what you did. I just hope you're okay.
Yeah.
What did you did last summer?
Jojo, hey, welcome. I gotta give Jojo a wrench.
I made some custom shoes.
And I thought he went to sleep.
There you go, Jojo.
What's me?
Here we go.
I'm playing with this little thingy, whatever it is,
Ah,
because I'm so bored.
Nice shoes, Cam.
yeah.
Oh, those are cool.
I like your shoes too, JJ.
Oh, thank you. They're just
So, Candog, how was your
And
lunch? with your
James's,
grandpa?
your shoes could use a little work.
Oh.
What, James?
How was your lunch with your grandpa?
I told you about that? It didn't happen. He flaked on us.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I don't really care. I didn't feel like going out anyways.
Yeah.
But then I ended up going out to Target.
Tarzan.
You got some records at Target yesterday. Did you get the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack?
Yeah, I showed it on here the other day.
That's your boy Danny Elfman that does that one, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're down with that.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been a good Target. And what's cool about Target is they don't ask what kind of record player you're playing it on.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah. The Target over here, they usually don't really have anything good, but today, like yesterday, was a good day.
That's cool at Target's in NYC now. When I lived there wasn't no Target. And I used to Target was like a fun thing for me to do when I went back home because they didn't have any Targets in NYC at that time at all.
Well, I'm glad my local Walmart, they brought their records back because about a month ago I went in there and all they had was Billy Joel. But
Yeah,
now they're back to a regular section again.
Yeah, and that was weird too. That was coming down with like the Billy Joel release. Is that Billy Joel had announced a release, but the like I heard some stores had it and some stores didn't. It was really odd how they released it. Yeah, I had many local record shops, Rob. There's one in actually Waukesha, Wisconsin, which is the home of Les Paul. That's the Vinyl Vault. That's probably my favorite one and closest one to me. And yeah, we have a bunch here. Unfortunately we had one big record chain that was in business for like 60 years called the Exclusive Company. That's now my understanding is that they're going out of business, and then others are going to take over the individual record shops and then rename them to something else. So they'll be going through kind of a change there.
Oh.
I never get questions from Bob Walker. He never asked me a question.
Welcome, Roger. Rob,
Wow.
can you ask Calvin a question? Who wants to read this? The best Ramones is better than the best Devo, but the best Devo is better than the worst Ramones, and the worst of Devo and the worst of Ramones are the same.
Okay. A little confusing to me, but if you say so, Roger. Welcome.
We'll call that section the Stream James Deep Thoughts by TARDIS Rider.
Yes. Like on SNL, Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy.
Exactly.
Rob.
Well, here's a long-winded question for you, Calvin. You can take this any way you want.
Why am I here? The hockey playoffs don't start till tomorrow. And the NFL draft is over.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you'd get a lot more philosophical with the question there, Calvin. Why are you here?
Because I'm not somewhere else.
So what's the weather like down there in Florida?
It's hot.
Hot?
Is
Yeah,
we had
rained
some
like crazy last night. It was raining so hard last night that I had my wife actually called me from the driveway and said I'm not coming in the house until the rain dies down because it was coming down so hard.
Wow.
Yeah, we're usually in dry season. We had a couple nights of rain in a row, but yeah, I think the highs are in the 90s. We had some breeze, but it kind of went away, so it's getting warmer. We skip spring and jump right into summer.
Yeah, I always find Florida rain to be weird too because it'll pour like crazy, and then all of a sudden it'll just get like here, it cools things off, but down there it doesn't. It just goes back to hot again after the rain.
Here's a question for you, Calvin.
What sport?
Who's your team, Calvin? I mean, the baseball. Is it the baseball or the hockey? You mean, George?
Yeah, George. Name a sport. I'm ready. Name a sport.
You want to read this, James?
Yeah. Deep thoughts. A well would be a good place to keep your enemy, but you'd have to make sure they couldn't escape. Oh wow. Yeah, hockey.
Canadian hockey. It's like the two go together. Most of our Wisconsin girls team, most of them are from Canada. They recruit them.
I'm not Canadian. Look what I'm sporting. I'm not Canadian.
Edmonton Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers.
And why do you think I have my little name there? That's who they play in the first round.
I think if you wear that T-shirt when you go over the border, they won't check your passport. They just think.
Well, that's pretty cool, Calvin. I mean, Cameron.
But I didn't realize so many people would be jumping on already. Can we play a sports game, James?
If you want.
Sure.
Okay. We're gonna play Stump the Master, Stump the Expert. Because I know you're more of a baseball. I mean, you're more of a basketball guy, James.
Yeah, like I know my Toronto Raptors and that, but
like I told Thrifty Tim during the NCAA tournament, I usually don't bet on it because I'm usually terrible in picking. I watch a lot of college basketball. I'm terrible in predicting who's going to win. So since I know you're not really a hockey guy, I'm gonna give you the first round playoff matchups, and you tell me who's going to win, and we'll see who does better, me or you.
All right.
Okay. First, we got the Florida Panthers playing the Washington Capitals, and the team I say first is the team that gets the home ice. So Florida Panthers, Washington Capitals.
Washington Capitals.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go with Wax's team. I'm taking the Panthers.
Okay.
I'm certainly never going to go with a team that Wax likes. Okay, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs going against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
I'll say
same
Tampa
here.
Bay.
Carolina Hurricanes, Boston Bruins.
Boston Bruins.
I take the Hurricanes.
Okay.
New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins.
Rangers.
I got Penguins.
Okay.
JJ went to go catch a penguin. The Dallas Stars. The Calgary Flames and the Dallas Stars.
Calgary Flames.
Well, they're an enemy of Edmonton, so I'm going Stars.
That's so cute, Cameron.
I like that.
I'm sorry, James. Did you say Rangers or Penguins?
I said Rangers.
Okay. Edmonton Oilers, LA Kings.
Oilers.
Okay. Colorado Avalanche, Nashville Predators.
Nashville Predators.
I go Avalanche.
Okay.
And then we got the last one, Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues.
St. Louis Blues.
I take the Minnesota Wild.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see if you can beat the expert.
Growing up in Milwaukee, we didn't have in Wisconsin. We don't have NHL other than down in Chicago. It was actually weird because they tried to get an NHL team here, and then they said, "Well, Chicago's our market," but that's who they come up here for baseball and everything else, and no one understood the reasoning. For some reason, they just didn't want us to have a team. But I did when I lived in New York. I had the opportunity to go to a Rangers Islanders game, and there were literally fist fights breaking out. One like almost like came on top of us with the fans going back and forth at each other. It was crazy.
Little froggy.
Yeah. All right. So
That's
the
just
next round.
that's just not the same as Kermit.
No, the next round will be JJ and Calvin. Go
For what?
for sports.
Oh, we'll go.
Well, when it comes to, I'll just start it off by just saying Purdue is terrible, and I would never root for Purdue. And my sport vote is I'm for anybody. I root for anybody playing Purdue.
Well, I think the
Okay.
only college sport that Wisconsin's better than Purdue is men's hockey because Purdue doesn't have a team.
We're also really good at women's hockey. We have Mark Johnson, the coach from the Miracle team, is the coach, and he does a really good job with that women's program. He almost went to Penn State to be the men's coach, was my understanding, but
That's okay, Abby.
that was during all that controversy with Penn State, so he backed off on going over there because at that time there's when the NCAA revoked their status and so forth.
Yeah, they jumped up pretty fast, Penn State, for hockey.
So, Calvin, how did you become a Purdue fan, being that you're down in Florida, and I think you're from the East Coast or whatever. I'd wonder how you became a Purdue fan.
Well, I was saying a little about it yesterday
Okay.
because I lived outside of Philly, and neither of my parents went to college, so there was no pressure there, and they weren't really big sports fans. So back where we live, our bedrooms were, because it was me and my sister. Our bedrooms are small, so we had a den, and it was almost like my play area, and there was a TV and other things. So I used to hang out in there and watch TV, and they never monitored what I was watching. And since they weren't really big sports fans, and I got into it very young, I watched just whatever I wanted to. There was no pressure saying, "Oh, you live in New Jersey, you got to root for the Philly teams or whatever." So,
yeah, for me,
and then in college football, everybody was independent in the East. Penn State, Maryland, Rutgers, Temple, they were all independent. So Penn State was the only team in the Philly area that had a contract to be shown on TV. So I either got Penn State football or I got Big Ten. So that's how I got into Purdue, because I got into Purdue, Ohio State, and Penn State all about at the same time. And Purdue was good back in the late 70s, and then after 84 they got bad till Joe Tiller became the coach, and then they got good again. And now they're kind of slightly above average. They did beat Iowa. Sorry, Thrifty Tim. Because Iowa was what were they, number 3 when Purdue beat Iowa? I think Iowa was number 3.
Hey, Dusty, good to have you here.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, my uncle went to Penn State. My cousin went to Penn State. They all were huge Penn State fans, and it was fun because they were independent at the time, so I could root for them all I wanted to. And I never felt like I was going against Wisconsin. But not to mention, Wisconsin was sucking during that time. So
George wants to know: does Sludge make noise?
No, he doesn't make noise. He's a hand model. You see, he has pretty hands.
Oh my God! American sports are totally crap in the toilet. Oh my God!
I think
Really, Rob?
I think when the NFL plays in London, I think that's the sign that Rob holds up.
I wouldn't be
outside
surprised.
the stadium. American sports are totally crap. As all the fans are entering the arena.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Calvin, the Packers are going to play for the first time in London next season.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, we got a little character moving here.
Yep. That makes noise. Cam, turn on your sound.
Don't play too much. We don't want to copyright
It's the
claim.
shitty version. It's not Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Uh, I don't. I wanted to
But I
make
don't know
fun
if
of
it
the
matters. I
voices.
think as long as it's a version of his song, they could copyright claim it.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah, I've actually watched like travel videos where guys are like walking through areas and they walk past a live stream. They walk past a bar that's blasting music, and all of a sudden it just takes their stream down.
I'm sure I'd enjoy a hot dog watching baseball. That'd be cool, Rob. I could see you and I watching a baseball game, eating a hot dog together.
If you come to Milwaukee, the big thing they have here is bratwurst. That's what that's our big
Ooh,
thing is bratwurst.
nice.
I remember one time when I was in NYC, I went to this German place and I saw on the menu that they said they had bratwurst. I was so excited, and it was like the real German bratwurst. Our bratwurst is a lot better. It's Johnsonville. It's really good. The stuff from Germany, it just had no taste and no flavor, and it was terrible.
Yeah, JJ, we
Oh,
were talking Penn State. I remember because I think sometimes I saw the games
okay.
on Saturday, but if they weren't on regular TV, they would replay the game because this is before they had coaches shows. It was a lot of times they would just show the game again. So I'd always tell my dad after we got back from Sunday school, I said, "Dad, hurry up! Penn State's going to be on," because they about I think like at noon they would
Oh,
show
sorry.
the replay of the
My
Penn
bad.
State game from the day before.
Hot
Hey,
It's
Dave.
like any sporting event, Rob. It's like it depends on where you want to sit. But in Milwaukee for baseball, you can get very reasonably priced family deals and things like that for tickets. Just depends on where you want to sit, how close you want to be to the action there at Miller Park.
Same as Tropicana. I think way out in the beach area it's like maybe $5 or $6.
Hey, Dave, good to
When
have
I
you
go,
here.
I usually get my tickets are usually around in the 20s. I go right above the first row.
What I like about Miller Park is that if you don't like your seats as you got, they have a restaurant and a club. You can go just hang out in there, and then you can be a lot closer to the action if you really think your tickets are terrible. Because one of the problems in Miller Park is when the roof is on and it's really like hot and humid, that all that heat rises up, and if you're in the 400s, you just sit up there, you can sweat like crazy.
Oh my God.
Wishing that they would open up the roof.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite Toronto Blue Jay, James, of all time?
I don't really have one because I forget their names. I don't really know the team that well.
Mine would be
I told
Paul
you that a long
Maurer,
time ago.
Of course it would.
of course. Yeah, I was just
Mine's
thinking about something when you were talking about Penn State, Calvin. You remember that movie, Something for Joey?
yeah, because I was well, I think I kind of missed the Capoletti period, but I remember the movie, and
Mm-hmm.
of course you probably remember JJ. I don't know if it was Sear. I forgot what company made those replica helmets that were like regular helmets you could wear, but they had no padding, so there was always a little sticker that says "not meant to be played, not meant to be used while playing football" or whatever.
Right.
And you could get stickers for whatever team you wanted. I had a Ram, even though I was living in New Jersey. I had a Rams helmet with John Capoletti's number.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Those
Angel Stadium's a pretty lax ticket on integrity, especially right now with everything being on phones. Easy to sneak down to the expensive seats.
Really?
Yeah, in Milwaukee, we have ushers that they police big time, especially if they see you like roaming in seats and stuff. So it's hard. I think they enjoy. We joke saying we think they enjoy their jobs too much. My
Just
cousin
driving
though
into
has the
a
best
bus,
seat
you
in the
saw
house. My
nothing.
cousin's a producer
Eric.
for
Well, the
Valley.
Rays usually let everything go because nobody goes to the games. So they're just happy to have people sitting down in front so it doesn't look so bad on television.
Yeah, my
'Cause I
cousin
think
is a producer for Fox Sports Net, and he actually sits in the truck the entire game, watching it on all the different cameras and everything.
Wow.
So kind of joke, like if the score is off or they're off on balls and strikes, sometimes I joke, say, let's send a text to Brian, see if he can get on his job.
because I think the only team lower than the Rays in attendance right now is Oakland, and I heard Oakland they have more cats at the game than they do fans.
Yeah, I heard Oakland wants to move to Las Vegas like the football team did.
Because you heard what happened with the cats, right, JJ?
No, I didn't hear what happened with the cats. Tell us.
No, the stadium was having a rat problem. They were infested with rats. And then all of a sudden, they noticed that suddenly there were no more rats. But you know what happened is that all the feral cats realized, hey, there's rats at the stadium. So now there's like hundreds and hundreds of feral cats that get inside the stadium.
Oh, geez.
And now they don't have a rat problem because they killed all the rats.
Wow.
But then they have a feral cat problem.
That's funny.
That's funny. I guess you could never win.
You need the Pied Piper of Hamlin to come get them out. Doop, 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 doop.
Oakland should have an adoption thing going on.
I'm
Yeah, I
looking
heard
at
Vegas
that
too.
Now. Are you, Rob? Where's this said rat that you're talking about, Rob? Who is this rat?
Talking about Ratatouille.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I was giving you, there's your spotlight. Show it off. There we go.
Oh my god, Beelzebub's eyes are like.
This
think
is
it's scared of-
Can Dog Night.
What did you
I
do,
remember when
Cameron? Take a piece of a Twister game board and put it on that animal. His pants looks like the Twister thing.
Whenever, like, the past 2 times Palmer's sent me packages, they had this wrapping paper in it, and I thought it'd be cute for pants.
Oh, it's wrapping paper. I thought it looked like a Twister board.
Yeah, no. And then up here is a sock, and, I don't know what this is. This came on a toy. And then this is the head of a screaming monkey. You throw
Of course, I have to ask you, Cameron. You have any idea what Twister is?
Yes.
Okay. I was just checking.
Who doesn't know what Twister is?
Jesus.
Did you ever think, JJ, when you were younger, that Twister was kind of a kinky game? If
Oh,
you
yeah.
play with sticks?
Right hand blue, left hand green.
It's a good game.
Yeah. I was going to say too about the Thriller music that you were playing. I remember when I was young, we were Michael Jackson nuts, and me and my friends would watch that music video over and over and over again just to try to get the choreography down, and then try to do the dance moves and stuff.
Oh, wow. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, good to see you.
JJ, put the link out in case anybody else wants to come up.
Sure.
You don't have to ask. We just put it out sometimes and see if anybody wants to come. Anybody that wants to come, JJ's can put the link out. If you want to come up and join us, you're more than welcome. I'd love to have you, Chris, and I'd love to have you, Dusty, and Dave, if you're still here.
Yeah,
That makes
JJ, I
sense.
forgot. Did you get anything for Record Store Day?
Hey, David.
No, I didn't.
I hate
did
it when
not.
someone starts playing Twister. Well, I can imagine.
That would make for
Hey, look at that. JJ joined the stream. Oh, that's you.
Back in me, Twister was actually black, white, and gray circles. It wasn't until years later they invented color.
Wow.
They called it colorblind Twister.
You know, that would be the best game to play to go to first base.
That'd be an interesting one for a live stream with Calvin. Rob was just saying with Calvin and Wax playing Twister together.
Oh my
Oh, that
god.
would be hilarious.
That'd be good.
Here's a
Or how
good one.
about? Yeah, I hate it when someone farts when playing Twister.
I've never had that happen. During
That could make for a
Twister.
bad day.
I've had someone fall on me though. That's not fun.
I wonder if anybody's ever wound up in the hospital from playing Twister.
Oh, I'm sure they've
Twist
wound
the
up in the.
wrong
If you
way.
talk to somebody in the medical field, I'm sure they've seen just about everything when it comes to different people's ailments or whatever. Look at me. I fell and broke my hand in Spider-Man. I mean, who would have thought that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You know what would be funny? Penge and Derek playing Twister.
Yeah, that would be a good one. And then who would Penj and Derek be playing Twister with? Fred and the Wax?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Dave. Dave is coming up here.
Okay.
Bring him up.
Hey, Dave.
Hey,
Frog!
How's it going, everybody?
Good.
what's up?
You remember those days? Kellen probably remembers those days too. Before they invented color, everything in the world was black and white. Made get dressed easy though, because you didn't really have a lot of choices of colors.
Yeah, I remember. I remember having a TV in my room when I was a kid, and it was a black and white TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why all the old movies are in black and white, because color was not in the world ever. Not kidding, obviously. Obviously, I'm joking. I tell people that all the time. They're like,
We wore coats and
What?
we loved
People
it.
actually believe you?
"Oh yeah. I meet lots of
that's
gullible
pathetic.
people."
Remember they had those little pocket TVs, and they were like the Sony Watchmen, and they were all like black and white, and yet came with the big antenna on it and stuff. Yeah.
I remember that little handheld TV that Dustin Hoffman had to watch Wapner in
Right.
Rain Man.
Mm-hmm. Which I found that to be funny because that's a syndicated show, and Wapner would be on it at like a different time in every different market at that time. So that was kind of unbelievable because like in Milwaukee it would be on at one time, but in California it would be on a different time. And if he was into watching it at a certain time, I was always like, how can you watch Wapner in all these different time zones at the same time that he was saying?
Oh, I love this one. Read this one, Dave.
Oh, I broke my pelvis playing Twister. That I believe.
Oh,
That's
no.
a true story. How he broke his pelvis.
Uh-huh. Very true, but I don't think it was Twister. I think he slid down the side of a hill or something.
Who did you like better, JJ? Did you like Judge Wapner or Rusty the Bailiff? I was more a Rusty guy.
Rusty the Bailiff was the man. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't take any crap from anybody.
Hold on, guys. I got to put the blinds down.
All right. And there's a lot of judges that came on after that. At least in California, we've got you just watch TV during the day and you have judge after judge after judge after judge after judge.
That's creepy.
That is.
Yeah,
I
down
have
in
nightmares now.
down in Florida where my in-laws live, they run into Judge Judy from time to time because she lives down there pretty much, is my understanding. She just comes up to film her show, films a whole bunch of episodes, and then she goes back down to Florida.
Makes sense.
What?
Oh, you know what we have to do, JJ?
What?
When the Maple Leafs and Lightning play in the games in Tampa,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have to watch the game and see if we can find Glenn Calloway. He's supposed to be going to one of the games.
Yeah, he is, and he's going down there. He's also going to be doing a video
Sam,
live
this is
with
for you.
Sam St. John.
Yeah, he's a little fat.
The VC is on trial for crimes against humanity.
Hey, Mr. Frog, great to see you.
Hey, Dan. Nice to see you.
She's always hanging out.
Yep, where Dave goes, she goes.
Yep.
I always love when I have the hot frogs in my chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the nicest and generous people in the VC.
Oh, God, are they ever? Jeez, the big box I got, man. I went through so much tape and bubble wrap and Ziploc bags.
You
You
ever
see
get
the
Leah's-
pile out on the floor, and I was opening all that stuff you guys gave me. It was hilarious. Took me a freaking hour. I was sweating.
Oh wow! You ever get the Leah's pistol fixed?
No, not yet. I have to get Gorilla Glue or something.
Well, you got to give me some credit, James. I sent you COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
Yes. Nobody wants that.
No, that's an inside joke because I sent him a couple Blue Jay hats, and this was when COVID was kind of wild, and Florida was lax on their
Well, I gotta
know,
go
on
back
their
and-
restrictions. So that was the big joke that the hats that I sent James had COVID on them.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Didn't Pat was left the box outside for a longer period of time because of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. My suspicion, Dave, is I think that there's probably only about a bowl of cereal left of what you gave him at this point.
I think so.
But that was really cool of you to send him all that cereal.
Yeah, I knew he was talking about it, and I was surprised he couldn't get it where he was. So I just said, "Yeah, I sent it to him. Send some other stuff." And
Yeah, it's weird if you can't get it because my point is like, hey, if I want to have sugar cereal, you can have sugar cereal. It's the big, you can do a lot worse.
Yeah, oh yeah. For a lot of things, though, it's like just the nostalgia factor.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I remember my wife was telling me at the hospital where she worked on the adolescent unit, they would give them all the sugar cereals, and they used to wonder that because we'd get them all souped up, ready for the day.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So, Dave, what was your favorite cereal when you were growing up as a kid? Any of the ones you got me, or?
It's hard, the one that really stands out was a cereal called the Freakies. I remember eating that when I was a kid. It was kind of like Apple Jacks, but it was kind of puffier. It's hard to describe, but it was pretty good. And then there's another one called Moonstones that was pretty good, and that was around for a couple of years. But then, I had all the other cereals, so it's like really not that big of a deal. But those two really kind of stood out, and they're only around for like a couple of years. And it's probably me and one of my friends were the only ones eating them, so they just decided to stop making them. It's usually
So tell us a bit how you got into this 3D printer thing.
We bought a 3D printer for our son for Christmas, and we found a site online called Thingiverse and found there's all kinds of things that you can print. People have already put the programming in there. You just have to put on a flash drive and then transfer to the machine and make stuff. Toast is good.
Yeah. And Victor here wants to know, do you guys have Weetabix?
No, I've actually tried Weetabix. They do sell it at some of the stores here. It's very similar to shredded wheat.
Yeah, I always like to make myself a bowl of cereal when I make cereal, though. I always used to hate it when we would go camping or something like that, or you got those little boxes of cereal like they give at like the hospitals or whatever like that. That gives you like this much cereal, and
Yeah.
I mean, I say that's a proper serving, but no, I want cereal. Give me a mixing bowl, and I want the milk dripping down my chin while eating the cereal.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
I know how you feel, JJ. I'm the same way. You gotta have a big heaping bowl of the stuff, and then, hey,
Straight
Richard,
out the box.
welcome.
Yeah, I don't know how Doc stays so slim. You ever see his videos when he eats cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
His bowl is like almost half his size, and he fills it all the way to the top. It's like, man, why doesn't he weigh like 300 pounds if he eats all that cereal every day?
Hey,
And we
Richard,
have
you wanna
Nolan
come
out
up?
there who tests all the weird cereals for us, so he can take the death punch before we have to submit ourselves to eating those cereals. So I think Dolan's doing a good public service for us when it comes to cereal.
Yeah. There, I just put the link out for you, Richard. If you want to come up and join us, you're more than welcome. Come up and join the party. It is Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah. Speaking of the little boxes, you guys remember when they used to be perforated where you could actually use the box as a bowl?
Yeah.
If you're
I still have
careful, you could
those.
have like wax paper in there, and you could like pour milk. And if you didn't cut too evenly, you'd like actually puncture the box and get milk everywhere and make a mess.
But I thought it would make the box wet and everything and fall apart.
You actually keep the liner inside the box. You cut around it,
Okay.
and then you cut into the liner that's made out of wax paper, and it's waterproof, so it'll keep the milk inside the little box, and you can eat it right out of the box.
Ooh, there's
Yeah, I know in the
some-
hospitals they had those bowls where you just peel it back, and then
Yeah.
it'd be a bowl for you as well. They had those too.
There's a channel idea. Buy all the weird failed cereal brands that end up at Big Lots and eat them on video.
Good
Oh,
idea. Good idea. Yeah, I actually made a video years ago where I was talking about the little cereal boxes. And I said, wonder if you could do this with a full-size cereal box. So I cut it carefully and poured milk in it and stuff.
Did it
And
work?
it works. It
It
works.
works?
hey, Sean.
So what would the name of the channel be? Serial Killer?
No, it's under my older channel, the Wombat Says. Just some Cocoa Pebbles and just poured the milk in there.
Well, there's this guy I know on YouTube. And he goes by the name of Cinestalker. He lives in San Diego, California, and he does videos. And a couple of months back, he did a video where he went to this thrift store and they had a box of Wheaties from 1996.
Wow.
Still, the thing was sealed and
Mhm.
not open. And then he did a challenge. He went home and he actually had a bowl of it. I couldn't believe it. And he didn't get sick.
It's
I
probably
got a box of cereal that old, but I'm not going to eat it.
Well, he did.
Because
everybody in the
JJ,
food-
you remember Flutie Flakes?
No,
Doug Flutie?
I don't remember Flutie. I know what Doug Flutie is. I don't remember Flutie Frey.
Yeah, he had a cereal that I think all the money went to like a charity.
Up there, I put it there. If you want to come
I
up
think
and
I
join
think
us.
it was in Buffalo. I think it was when he played for Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got a hold of a box of Flutie Flakes. I think it's from the 90s.
I remember getting cereal when I was a kid too, and I was always like enticed by like Donkey Kong or Pac-Man because that was like the popular thing. So I want to have Pac-Man cereal. I think Pac-Man cereal was kind of like Lucky Charms, and if I recall, Donkey Kong was like Captain Crunch. It was all shaped as little barrels.
I remember Pac-Man cereal, and I remember Winnie the Pooh cereal, and there was another Star Wars cereal that I liked back in the day when I was a kid. C-3POs. Remember that, JJ?
Yeah, I've actually seen people trying to sell that on eBay, like they, not for eating, but that they still have a box lying around and they're trying to sell it for
Quist. I've
nostalgia.
heard of Quist.
Quist
When I
great.
listened to Breakfast with the Beatles on Sirius XM, the host of that show, Chris Carter, he likes to eat Quist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
Flutie
pretty
Flakes.
cool.
The Flutie Flakes, I just looked up. Someone's selling them for $25 a box on eBay.
Wow.
Oh wow!
That's not very much.
No.
I remember I did something kind of stupid. I remember my uncle getting so mad at me. I did something stupid. It has to do with soda, but it's similar. He had a Penn State commemorative Coca-Cola that was supposed to be like a collector's item, and I was only like 11 at the time. I just popped that sucker open and drank it, and then apparently he was all mad because I lessened the value of the bottle of the commemorative bottle because I drank it so much.
Oh,
He was not
I
happy.
bet he
But
was.
he came to visit, and he was like, "You drank all the soda."
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that evaporate over time anyway?
I don't know if it stays sealed. I'm not sure it would be good to drink because I let it stay, but I believe the liquid would still stay inside. The other thing, Dave, do you remember from the 70s or 80s when people had beer can collections?
Oh yeah.
Like they would have these huge beer can collections with like all these different beers all in their room. It was like a thing to do. I remember people that weren't even old enough to drink had beer can. They had in high school or whatever had beer can collections in their rooms. You know?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My stepmom's sister, she's about 6 years older than me, and she lived with us. She'd always make belts and bracelets out of the old pull tabs.
Mm.
You'd fold them over, and then when I was about 6 or 7, we had a friend we used to go riding dirt bikes with and stuff, and the lady used to make crocheted hats, and she'd make panels. She'd cut up beer cans. She'd put all these panels of whoever. She goes, "Oh, you like Budweiser? You like this?" So she'd cut. And what's your favorite color? So she'd custom make a crochet cap with these aluminum panels in it, And then for me, she made one that was Coke. She goes, "You don't drink, so here you go."
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
too, because I grew up in beer. Growing up, it was the Schlitz plant, the
Mhm.
Pabst, and the Miller plant here in town. And I remember touring them, and the whole idea of touring them was you try to stay in the bar as long as you possibly could before they kicked you out. But the other part about the breweries were I was told that in the early days of the breweries, they used to let the guys while they were working the line just sip a beer and drink. They didn't care if you drank on the job as long as you got your work done. They could care less.
I remember when I used to have a bottle cap collection in 1983. I was collecting beer bottle caps.
Oh,
Then
cool.
my mom's dad, my pappy, he got me a whole bunch of them. And one of my favorite memories, two of my favorite memories with my grandfather when he lived with us. Well, of course, he called me Jim at the time. He didn't call me James, but I was watching in the VHS days. I was watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, and we had carpeting in the living room, and it was the part where Indy goes under the truck with the whip. He's going under the truck to the other end, and and then they start. I remember the theme songs going da 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 da, and he had a bottle of Miller beer in his hand. He went, Jesus Christ, go Indy, boom, right all over the floor. He,
Oh,
he
no.
spilled all his beer, it went all over the place. And then another time, I had a really bad cold, and my pappy used to take care of me. He says, he made me some toast and a cup of tea. He says, okay, you're going to come down in bed with me in my bed, and we're going to watch Benny Hill together. And he tucked me in, propped up my pillows, gave me my toast and my tea. He said, now you sit here. We're going to have a good laugh. You're not going to school tomorrow. I'm going to take care of you. He was good like that to me. And we were watching Benny Hill. And then he got up to go to the bathroom, and I think I put my plate and my tea cup on the floor next to me, and I remember it was the one where they dressed up the March of the Grannies, and he had a cigarette in the bed. So unbeknownst to me, I didn't know he dropped it in the bed, and I smell smoke. I'm like, what the hell? I pull back the sheets. I'm like, oh my god. The cigarette was burning into the bed. I picked it up and I jumped out of the bed, and he comes out, Jesus Christ, Jim, you smoking? I said, Pappy, look what you did. Your cigarette dropped in the bed was on fire.
Wow.
And he was like, don't tell your father. Oh my God, I'm in trouble. And then he was yelling so loud. My mom and my dad came downstairs. I had the cigarette in my hand and it's on fire.
Yeah, my dad told me once that my parents were divorced, but he was at home in his apartment and he was smoking and fell asleep while smoking. And he said the only thing that woke him up was that when the cigarette got down to his finger, it burned his finger, and that's what woke him up. Or it could have been a lot worse than that.
Yeah. There's been a lot of fires from cigarettes.
That's how Jack Cassidy died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell asleep smoking, and the house caught on fire, and he never woke up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
That's not good. He's lucky that I was there when it happened.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Then another time, when he lived up in the country in a place called Magog, that's in the Eastern Townships in Canada, he apparently had the cage for his budgie Buster, and the thing bit me once. He grabbed the bird and Jesus Christ, don't you bite my grandson. So he goes in with his hand and grabs the bird, bang, right in the side of the cage. The poor bird had a dent in his beak. And then, so what he did the stupidest thing. He'd had a couple of beers. So he's sitting there, okay, and he decides he's going to clean the cage outside. What does he do? I wasn't there when it happened, but he opens the door to let the bird out so he can clean the cage. The bird never came back.
Oh, jeez.
What kind of bird was it, James?
It was a budgie. He opened the cage and the bird never came back.
Well, as I said, James, I need to go.
Budgie?
All right.
Have a good stream, everybody. It was fun.
Will you be here tomorrow night?
Bye. Have a good one. I'll be watching Be Gallery.
JJ, will you be here tomorrow night?
I should be. I'll actually no, not tomorrow night. I have to take my daughter back to college tomorrow. For
okay.
something. But
But you'll be here Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes.
Tuesday and Wednesday, because we have to do our Star Wars thing Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. I'll see you then.
All right. See you later, man.
Yep.
Bye. Well, at least I still got people.
Is that what
to
the
help me
budgie
out.
looked like, James? Did it look like that?
No, it was a bird.
But that's what this is. It's a budgie.
Oh wait, let me make you big. Oh, I can't.
But it's also the name of the band.
I can do this now. Tilt it a bit more this way, upwards. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Good. It looks like a man on a horse.
Yeah, but his head is a bird. It's a budgie.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Yeah. It just took a little time to focus.
Okay, make me small.
All right. So, Dave, do you like Roxy music?
I do. I don't have any other stuff. It's been a while since I've actually listened to them. My taste kind of, there's some things that are kind of stable, then I have other things that kind of come and go, depend on the mood.
Yeah. I like More Than This.
It's a good song.
I like when Bill Murray sings it on karaoke and Lost in Translation.
I've never seen that movie. I always mean to, and then something happens.
Oh, you have to watch it. Oh my God, Dave, it's so good. I've watched it so many times. I can quote every line in that movie.
Well, let's get Cameron engaged. What have you been listening to lately, Cameron?
Yeah, Cameron, let's get you engaged too.
Teach us something.
Nothing new.
Okay, well, what's a band that you like that probably none of us ever heard of, other than something affiliated with Pilmer?
Let's see. You like Gorillas?
Yeah, yeah, I know them.
Hold on, guys.
Lately they've been posting commentary videos on their past music videos with like one of the characters like looking back on the time, and it's kind of funny.
Did they have a RSD?
I don't think so.
I was thinking they had something.
I don't think so. I didn't see anything.
Maybe not. There's so many, it's hard to remember.
Yeah, no, they didn't have anything.
And what's terrible is I think they pushed almost everything. Well, there's one thing I like for June, but almost all the June releases are kind of like blah. They had so many good releases this time, and now people are going to have record store day and no one's going to show up.
Cameron loves Guns N' Roses.
No.
Welcome to the jungle,
No.
baby. Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
Do any of us like Guns N' Roses?
I do.
No.
I was like, oh, they're all right when they came out. It's just like, yeah.
I think I have a Guns N' Roses shirt, but I've never listened to them, and I never wear it. It's just in my drawer.
Who here likes Poison?
The band or Poison in general?
No, the band.
Oh. Because I wouldn't mind giving Wax some Poison.
Oh, there you go.
That was funny. Dave looked at me like, what the hell?
The band, no Poison. The only hair metal band I ever got into was I forgot the name of the band. David Coverdale's Whitesnake.
Whitesnake, yeah, Whitesnake was good.
That was really the only hair metal band I liked was Whitesnake.
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard, yeah, that was another good
Oh,
one.
Not really.
Sugar on me. Good song. Hair metal sucks. You know what? I don't even know. Oh, I know Screamo metal, which I don't like, but I do like what Dave sent me. I like Metallica a little bit too. I like the Iron Maiden that you sent me, and Motorhead, the Ace of Spades. That's my favorite song.
Motorhead's good.
Oh, that's cool, Richard.
I was always more into proto metal, like the stuff that came before they was called metal, like Led Zeppelin, and of course I showed Budgie and Dust and
Cherry Pie. Oh yeah, I remember that one, Cherry Pie. Yeah, that's a good one too.
There's another band I thought I just lost their name. I'm getting so old.
But I actually do like the pie itself, cherry pie. I love cherry stuff. I love anything cherries. The cherries in it, oh, cherries are so yummy.
There you go. You like pies pretty much in general, or cherry pie is your favorite, or?
Well, yeah, but my real weakness is chocolate cheesecake.
Ooh.
Oh, I love cheesecake. Mm-mm-mm.
Hate
Oh,
cheese.
Third Lord Baltimore. That's the name of the band. I couldn't remember.
Judas Priest is good. I like
My brain
Ozzy
is like on a
Osbourne.
10-second delay.
Calvin Wazoo. Richard, do you like Black Sabbath?
Oh, hold on.
You're
Back
gonna
to
get
the
some
topic
Black
of
Sabbath.
pies. I like pumpkin
Oh,
pie.
I think I triggered something here.
There
I
you go.
wonder what. I mean, I'm getting better at talking to my peanut gallery, but it's nice when I have people on the screen to help me out. You know, I like talking to people, and having people here keeps me more relaxed. But I'm doing good.
Yeah,
I'm used to this.
Vinyl Kick says he likes Blue Cheer and Vanilla Fudge.
Ooh, the first two Black Sabbath records, but not much of a fan for everything else after. Okay, cool. So, what kind of stuff are you? What kind of music are you trying to see? What will shut you down with copyrights, Richard? Let us know in the comments below. Isn't there a special kind of music that you can play for your videos if you're making a video, Dave?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not copyright on YouTube or something.
there's some sites that have it, like on YouTube. There's some music and stuff. There's a couple different services. One that I signed up for recently is called Epidemic Sounds, and it has some music on there that you can use. That won't get you flagged and stuff. You can use for your videos and stuff, but you
Oh, okay.
get the rights to use it and stuff. There's a couple other services that are like that too.
Ah,
Or if you know somebody who's doing music, sometimes you can say, "Hey, can I use your song for a video and stuff?" And
yeah.
so, some things you get away with, other things there's certain artists that every time you just mention their name, you'll get a strike. I was playing my acoustic guitar and I wasn't singing or anything. I was just playing the chords to Hotel California, and then the next day my live stream was down. And
Oh
I went
no.
into YouTube studio and I started looking. It says your video was blocked. I didn't get a strike. They just blocked my video. As soon
Dang.
as I was going to take the section out, I go, I took the section out, waited, uploaded it, and everything was fine after that.
Cool.
But Purple Planet, yeah, Jen says Purple Planet's another one for a really
All right.
nice. It's
Oh,
free to use.
yeah, I
for
gotta put the
background
link
music.
out. Hold on. Just give me a second. Let me get that down. All right. I'll put the link out for you, Richard, and you can come up. Here
Well,
we go.
I'm sorry, James. I was a little slow. My filing system is terrible. I had this under L for loud.
Okay. I'll make you big in a second. Just let me get Richard up first.
I really need to watch that Robert Fiffin video, How to Organize Your Collection.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Hey, Richard.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey, Richard.
I thought I would just come up and explain that process rather than try and type in,
Yeah.
Paranoid Paranoid and the Black Sabbath debut. Those are the two. I think the first Black Sabbath album was the first record I ever bought. I'm not sure, but I think it was. I don't understand how people remember, oh, yeah, the first record I ever bought. I remember that. And I'm like, geez, that was 50 years ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, first I know for my first record has a lot of memories, both good and bad, tied to it and stuff. And it was my first job, my first paycheck. I was 15 years old, and I was looking for Blizzard of Oz because I was just looking for Crazy Train. Couldn't find it. The Diary of a Madman was there. Ended up liking that a lot better, and rest is history. But
yeah, I remember the later 70s stuff. And I liked it, but I didn't like it enough that I was going to go buy it.
Mhm.
So it wasn't that I hated what Black Sabbath did. It's just I just didn't want to spend money on it.
I got you.
Well, the process I use for the needle drops, this is something I learned from Steve Carlson. So whenever I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to have music samples, I record my samples, that I want to use, and then I take clips of those samples and string them together using iMovie, and then I upload that. So the video is maybe a minute long total. If it's got 5 clips, each of them are like, 10 to 15 seconds. And then I publish it though as private when I upload it to YouTube. And then YouTube, quickly processes it, and within 5 to 10 minutes, I'll know what copyright claims are on it. And a copyright claim is nothing. It just means that I can't get any ad revenue. But it's not a strike. It'll let me know if any of them would result in a strike. So,
Yeah, I've had 2 copyright claims so far.
well, yeah, and all that means is that any revenue that you get from your stream or whatever, you don't get any of it. It's going to go to the artist. So it's not a strike. A copyright claim is not a strike. But that's the system I use. It's pretty easy, and then I don't have to go through somebody else's database and trust the fact that it's up to date.
Mm-hmm.
Master of Reality, that Black
Quicksand
just mentioned, that's a good one too, but I still say the first 2 are like classics.
Oh, they are, definitely.
There you go. Now you got a wrench now, Black Quicksand. So let's see if they have a.
Yeah, when I first started playing guitar, a friend of mine showed me all the Black Sabbath songs and stuff. So.
Okay,
I still find myself playing them. Sometimes playing them wrong, like this guy showed me. Even just.
I started to learn to play guitar like in my 30s or 40s, but I didn't keep it up. I played for a little while, but I played saxophone all through school.
Oh, okay.
And I could play some things by ear. And I tell you that, playing Enter Sandman on, a tenor sax is,
Okay, Cameron.
It's kind of cool sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's cool to learn a lot of different instruments and stuff. So.
So did you have an album you want to show us there, Calvin?
Yeah, well, I was showing Black Sabbath.
All right, I'll make you big.
I can re-show it because I didn't show the gatefold.
No, Paranoid.
Yeah, this is a reissue. This is Walmart. Am I allowed to say Walmart? Oh, yeah, I'm not into BC. I can say Walmart.
Yeah, you can say it. Hey, it's my stream.
Nice.
You're allowed to say whatever you want.
Man, if I knew about some of those Walmart exclusives, I would have been all over those trying to get them. But or that time, what did they do? They had a sale where it was just an incredible sale. Every record was 50% off or something like that, or like.
Well, they do something around Christmas time. It's usually like I think it was like $15 or $17 or something
like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
they might have a sale another 50% off another time, but I think Christmas they all the records were like $17 or $19 or something.
Well, yeah, and for like a double album or something like that, man, that's a great deal.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like, I've got a wheelbarrow full of cash that, although sometimes I spend like I think I do, but it's not like I got that kind of money laying around to buy records. I'm looking for deals. I'm looking for cheap stuff.
So that's how I got 2112. I got 21 reissue 2112 at Walmart. And that's Rush James, and who is their lead singer?
Geddy Lee.
There you go. Look at that.
You taught
I'm
me
learning
well.
you stuff.
Yeah, you're learning me stuff.
I'm
definitely.
so proud. I'm learning you stuff.
Oh, Richard, I forgot to ask you this afternoon on your stream. Did Stunty get you into that his favorite band of all time, which I think is very kind of weird music. And Rachel's played some of it on her streams before.
What do you mean, Nurse with Wound?
Yeah, that's it. Nurse with Wound.
I have not listened to anything, and I haven't tried to look up anything on YouTube to listen to it. Yeah, Stunty has some very esoteric music.
Trust me, you don't want to, because it's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. It's all weird noises.
Yeah, well, I like weird music.
Like, what the hell is this? This is not music. This is just strange.
Yeah, I like weird music. I listen to The Residents, and I listen to Frank Zappa, and I listen to a lot of other weirdness. So, I'm not. I don't shy away from weird music.
Well, I've heard some of Zappa stuff. Some of his lyrics are kind of weird too, but it's cool. I like it.
Stuff, yeah.
So, Dave, you missed a really good stream today. Richard here does a stream every Sunday, and today he did all the music from 1976.
Oh, wow.
That was a fun show.
I was on there today.
Probably next week
weekend it's going to be 1977.
Yeah, so you said you could pull some records from 1977, James. So that'll be.
Well, I'm going to see. I'm going to have to look at my album, see what I've got. Hopefully, I've got something. And we were talking about ABBA today. We were talking about how Disco Duck came in. Do you remember all that?
I remember Disco Duck on the radio. I know that.
Yeah. So, what albums do you remember and music from 76, Dave?
Just whatever was on the radio. I mean, like 76, I was 9. Just I was just kind of listening to whatever's on the radio. Didn't have any albums at the time and stuff. So
I was 5.
yeah.
You're
okay, I dug up my weirdest record.
All right, here, I'll make you big.
I figure that's our new theme now.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
Comus.
That's an interesting cover.
It's like folk prog. Very weird.
I like the artwork.
Yeah, interesting gatefold.
And
Ted Nugent, 1976. Cool.
Let me show the creature on the front all the way there.
Oh wow.
Utterance, is that the name of the record?
Yes.
First Utterance. Okay.
That's interesting.
That's the weirdest record I own.
Wow.
Like I said, it's like folk psych, folk prog. Just very weird themes and dark. It's dark.
And a couple of months back, I forget when it was, Calvin introduced me to this band, and I was shocked what their name was. You're not going to believe this, guys. Sex. That's the name of the band.
Hold on.
Well, there's a I remember from my clubbing years, there was a one-hit wonder group or whatever called Latour.
Oh yeah.
They had a song called Sex.
Really? Here we go. This is it.
Well, this is the band Sex.
Oh, okay.
They were by the time they did the album cover, they were a 4-piece. I mean, yeah, they were a 4-piece, but when they did the album cover, they were still only 3.
This
is the Latour I was talking about. So, this is from 1991, and actually, the name of the song is "People Are Still Having Sex." And they had another couple really good songs. Alan's Got a New Hi-Fi. That's a really strong rocker.
Nice.
But yeah, they played that in the clubs quite a bit.
Yeah, I think you mentioned Latour once.
But that was it. He tried to make another record after that, and it went nowhere.
So what's your weirdest record, James? Garth Brooks?
I don't know. I don't think I really have the weirdest record, but the weirdest record album I have, but it's downstairs. But I'm not going to go get it. Is Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. That is the weirdest album cover and back cover I've ever seen. With all the weird things on it, and so I guess you could say that's a weird album cover, but it's a great album.
Oh yeah, that is true. Jen says, yeah, she's asking if I was playing my aunt's records in the 70s. Yeah, I was playing her records and my stepmom's records. And it was, my dad was into the Beach Boys and Jan and Dean, and pretty much that was all that was really allowed to be played. But my stepmom was into Motown and Helen Reddy and Elton John, so I started listening to that stuff. And my aunt actually introduced me to Jimi Hendrix, who's my favorite guitarist of all time. And I've got a bunch of his albums. Not everything released, but I've got a lot of stuff. So,
You have Are You Experienced?
yeah, I've got Are You Experienced, Electric Ladyland, Axis Bold as Love, Cry of Freedom. Some of the newer ones have been released after his death. I've got probably about 6 or 7 Hendrix albums.
Are you on your other camera now, Richard?
Yeah, this is my laptop camera. That if I'm just joining somebody's stream, and this is the one I use because if I'm not recording, then I don't have the issues with it.
Yeah,
being wonky.
All right, what have
Here's
you got
a weird album cover.
Joyride.
The guys from Brotherhood, they got together with some studio guys and did this as Friend Sound.
What is that? Like 60s psych or something?
That's my favorite Jimi Hendrix song. Great man. What year is that from?
69.
The year I was born.
It's the guys from Brotherhood, and then Brotherhood was, what band were they from? Oh, another Mind Cramp.
Uh-oh.
What band were they from? Somebody help me.
Brotherhood, I don't know.
I have no idea.
No, I forget. It'll come to me eventually.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard for me to realize that first Jimi Hendrix album, when it came out, I was in 6th grade. You know, it was like, and we liked it. We all knew it was an amazing record, that it was like nothing that any of us had ever heard before. But I think about that and I go, Jesus, I was only in 6th grade.
Wow, right.
Yeah, I was born when Are You Experienced came out. I remember I was listening to a bunch of new wave and whatever's on the radio and stuff, and I heard all this really weird music coming out of my aunt's room. I go, "What are you listening to?" She goes, "Why?" I go, "It's weird, but I really like it." She goes, "Oh, it's Jimi Hendrix," and just like she showed me this, and so started listening to that. Yeah. And then,
have you listened to Mdu Mokhtar?
I have not.
You should listen to Mdu Mokhtar, because to me, he's on the same level as Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
In fact, Jimi Hendrix was one of his idols. Jimi Hendrix, Prince, and Eddie Van Halen are the 3 guitar people that Mdu Mokhtar cites as being the most influential on his playing.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look into that.
Yeah. Hey, this is so cool. I supported you today, and it's nice, Richard, you're supporting me tonight and helping me out. I really appreciate that, because JJ's not here, and it's nice to have you guys here. So we're an hour and 23 minutes into it. We'll go for about 2 hours, and then I'll shut this.
Yeah, I think this is another historical moment, because I think this is the first time the 2 Cowards have been on screen together.
Yeah, this is nice having Dave up here and Richard and you and.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll still have fun for the next 30 minutes.
I can never figure this out. Anyway, beat LA. You're Calvin Boaz?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now I have a face to go with the name because
Yeah, I'm sorry. I changed it because Edmonton's playing the LA Kings starting tomorrow in
Yeah.
hockey.
That's
So
why I
it's
put
beat LA today.
Yeah, I think I can't remember.
But I changed it. Usually I keep it a CWB now because I got so tired of the wax. It's like you're not on Rachel's. You're not in the peanut gallery, but yet I'm never Calvin. He always has to say my full name all the time. So I'm trying to change it so that I mean, nothing wrong with my last name, but it's like, why do you have to? Why does everyone always have to say it if there's only like one Calvin around?
Oh, I like this one here from Chris.
And your name is Calvin, whereas I just use Calvin because of a Frank Zappa association.
Someone needs to screenshot this for
because my name's
posterity.
Richard.
Well, you want to be famous, Chris? I'll put the link out. Come up and join us. Come up here. Be part of history. All right, let's put the link out. If you want to come up, Chris, come and join us. Okay, I got a question for you, the panel, and okay, that's okay, Chris. And for the peanut gallery, okay, if there was one record album, only one, that you can listen to for the rest of your life and nothing else, what would that album be? Go.
It's a tough one.
Does it have to be one that I own?
Yeah, it could be one you own. Well, actually,
does it have to be?
Yeah,
Yes.
because if it's that at least helps narrow down the selection.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes, definitely.
Can I go first?
Yep, you can go first.
Okay, Steely Dan, Asia.
Cool.
I'm gonna
That's
say
a good
Dark
one.
Side of the Moon. That's what I was gonna say before she wrote that in there. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. That album never gets old.
Oh God, not a fan.
Well, to each their own. Yeah.
Okay, this is going to shock you. Well, I'm about to say, you think I'd say a Beatles album, but I'm not. I'm going with Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Oh, it's a good album. A lot of good songs on there.
I can't make up my mind.
It's tough, yeah. I was torn between that or Axis Bold as Love. Both
That's
those
very
albums
true,
are
Chris.
great.
I think that's what JJ would have chosen, the K-Tel.
Yeah.
We know he loves his K-Tel stuff, so.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure there's one, Richard. I'm sure you're going to come up with one.
Well,
Curious to know.
I've got it narrowed down to two, but
And
one
I'm going
would
to
be
guess one of them
either
is a Zappa album.
Aladdin Sane by David Bowie.
Ooh, that's good.
I love that album ever since I had it as a teenager. But I also really like that record I was talking about in my stream, that Mdu Mokhtar, the acoustic record of his is just so beautiful and amazing. So it's really hard for me to make a choice.
Oh, he's on a roll. You got more records?
Oh, geez, Chris.
Well, we were talking about Pink Floyd, so I just wanted to show what I like from Pink Floyd. That's at the very beginning.
Sure, I can show
Sid
you.
was the genius. They went downhill after he left. They were never the same. Don't laugh. It's true.
They had a couple of good ones, but no, I agree. Sid was the genius, and I think he got mistreated by Roger Waters big time.
Yeah.
Barrett.
But, that's just my opinion. So, you know who saved Sid in some respects was David Gilmour.
Oh yes,
he was the one who helped Sid finalize those solo albums, and he stuck with them where Roger Waters just gave up on him.
Yeah.
Don't knock
And Nick
yourself
Mason
out,
just
Peter.
didn't understand them. Richard Wright didn't understand them.
Mhm.
Okay.
Good choices, Scott Dog. That
Good
it?
choices.
So I'm a Sid guy, so sorry.
Have you heard the? Sometimes you can find it. Is where is it here? It's I guess these two. They're kind of unauthorized, I guess. All right. So there's this one.
Oh, let me make you big.
Make them big.
Yep.
I'm blind in one eye, can't see out the other. Make them big.
All right. Oh, it's a little blurry.
So it says on this white vinyl. So it's just two songs. On one side is Interstellar Overdrive, the full uncut version, and then there's Nick's Boogie, which is, even though it's titled after Nick Mason, it is again killer shredding guitar work by. Well, I shouldn't say shredding, but just killer guitar work again by Sid Barrett. And then this one too, if you ever see it, because before Pink Floyd was the so-called psychedelic band, they were a rhythm and blues band. And so this has got some of their really early stuff that they were doing as a rhythm and blues band in 1966 or 65, 66, and 67. It's also
It was kind of blurry. Can you read what it's called?
It's called The Pink Floyd in the Beach Woods.
Okay, because it was kind of blurry.
Yeah, and it's an unauthorized because it was I don't know where it was taken from, but you can see the label is very generic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But a lot of good stuff on here. In fact, it's got See Emily Play.
You have that on Relics.
Yeah. I love David Bowie's cover of that too, See Emily Play.
Yeah, that's a good cover. Yeah.
I think-
I've heard that one. Right.
I think See Emily plays also on Monsters of Rock, I think. I don't remember. I have it, but I don't feel like digging it out. Because I know it's not filed under P, so I have to. It's probably under S for strange looking cover.
So Calvin, do you have every single Moody Blues album now? Your set's complete now?
Oh no, I'm not even close. I'm not even close to the Moody Blues. I only have 4, and then I got a surprise Tuesday because I had a Frankenstein something. So I got a surprise for Tim's show on Tuesday.
Ooh, nice.
Because I had a bad experience when I realized, because I have 2 different record players, and when I first got the one Moody Blues record, I didn't realize there was anything wrong with it until I decided to put it on the other record player. And then something bad happened. I said, ooh, that's not good. But you got to stay tuned for Thrifty Tim's story. Thrifty Tim's on Tuesday for the complete story.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at it, I'm trying to hype up Thrifty Tim.
Yeah, Thrifty Tim is.
So everyone's going to have to come in and watch his stream to hear the whole story. But no, I only got like 4 Moody Blues. I'm not even close. They must have 16 studio albums or something.
Yeah, they got quite a few. I had 6, I think.
Because I think Tim's probably might have everything. I don't know. But I think they're done now because I think they said they were done when Graham Edge died. I think they said there's no more Moody Blues. But he wasn't really capable of playing much anymore anyway, I think, because I think he had some strokes. I don't think he was in good health anyway, so I don't think you would have got anything new from then, even if he was still alive. But I have mellowed a little bit on Pink Floyd. I'm actually thinking about getting Animals finally. I'm thinking finally getting to like that one.
Animals is good. I think the post-Barrett years, Wish You Were Here is, to me, even better than Dark Side of the Moon. It's just the to me is just the most cohesive, homage, I guess you could say. And then Animals, yeah, that
Animals
was.
is good.
I never saw Pink Floyd though, but an old college roommate, not roommate, he lived across the hall, was from Chicago, and he was telling me about the Pink Floyd show in Soldier Field that was during the Animals tour, and they had these giant inflatable pigs
Yeah.
that would swoop down over the field. It's just, that must have been mind blowing.
Wow.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything about Sid Barrett till I got to college, and I think I had a guy that lived on the same floor heard Pink Floyd coming from my room, and I knew one of his buddies. He said, "Oh yeah, I heard Pink Floyd. You ever listen to Sid Barrett?" I'm going, "Who's Sid Barrett?"
I didn't know
because
about
I didn't know anything. I think my introduction to Pink Floyd was The Wall.
Yeah, mine as well.
So I didn't know
not
anything about
exciting.
Sid Barrett, and then when I got into Sid Barrett, then I started disliking all the older Pink Floyd stuff.
I think Uma Guma.
I mean, the newer Pink Floyd stuff I started disliking. Sorry, I got it backwards.
I think Uma Guma was the first one that I listened to, that I became aware of Sid Barrett. Even though that also was after he was gone.
Yeah.
But I still hadn't listened to any
Old Metal. I love that. I
any
love
of the
the
early
song
stuff,
Flying
not
on
for
that
many
album.
years.
Well, Sid was only there for an album and a half, I guess. I guess you
Yeah.
can call Saucer Full of Secrets a half.
Yeah,
But
he
yeah.
was there for most of the recording of Saucer Full of Secrets, but he was already kind of out of it. Although I think part of it was, I don't think he was 100% an acid casualty. I think part of it, he was rebelling against the rest of the band because he just wanted to play music and have fun, and he didn't like the whole business aspect. He didn't like that, I think, but that's just me.
Well, I was told that a really good Pink Floyd album is Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
Yeah, that's the one that Calvin was talking about.
Oh, okay.
That was their first one.
And Metal, I love that album, Metal. I like the song.
Metal is
Flying.
good too. I like Metal.
I like that. Doom, doom, doom.
There's Pipers there, James.
What?
I said, here's Pipers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
The new mono reissue is really, really good. I used to have the stereo reissue, and it's good if I'm not listening with headphones, but when I'm listening to headphones, the way it switches from channel to channel really bugs me when I'm listening with headphones.
Oh, hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Because other than reconsidering Animals, I think the only other really one I want is Uma Guma. But I can't find, I don't know if it's been reissued, I can't find any originals that are in good condition and not expensive.
Right.
Because I even see beat up ones that are on Discogs, it's like G plus and D plus, $89. It's like,
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm there with you on that because to find a good. That's why I like the reissues when some of them did come out. They had a reissue of Uma Guma, and I got that one.
Okay.
Okay, that was my Uncle Dennis.
Maybe I need to look for Discogs under the reissue then, because I'm having no luck getting an original that's not.
Oh yeah,
super
the
expensive.
originals on the Harvest label are going to be, and if they are available, like you say, they're in crappy condition, because people played the hell out of them. A lot of those records, people just played the hell out of them. And then also in that day, I mean, my brother had one of those. It was like a record player that was like a suitcase, so that the turntable folded down, and then you stacked records.
Yep.
So you put like four, and then they'd lay it on top of each other, and then the tone arm. And,
Yeah, that's the first record player I had. Yeah,
yeah.
you could stack them.
Yeah.
The tone arm would track at like 5 grams. So those records got worn out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember those days.
I'm still trying to get used to this being because I've canceled out all my 3 o'clock shows. Now I'm going 6 o'clock every day. I think it works better this way because I can get more people on screen and people are off work at night and they can come hang with me and that. So I'm getting used to this. So there'll be certain nights JJ has to work and stuff, but he'll be here most nights with me. So most nights I'll be flying solo, but I'm glad everybody else can come on and help me out when I need it.
Yeah, I always liked the systems that you could max out. The record players where you could stack. And then I used to have a 6 CD, so you could like put 6 CDs in and put it on scramble, and then it would just like randomly do songs and 6 CDs. Man, you'd be listening to music for like 5 hours.
Yeah,
I have one of those CD changers I bought in the 90s, and it still works. Once in a while I have to, because I don't know, something happens inside there and it doesn't quite read the CD anymore. But
yeah, that's what happened with mine.
When you got a Grateful Dead concert on CD and there's like 4 CDs, then you can just put all 4 of them in and then play, and then you don't have to get up and keep flipping records.
Yeah, then you can cut around the house, what you got to do, and you don't have to worry about flipping a record over.
Yeah, I picked up a Sony multi-disc player, and it wasn't working. I bought it with a couple record players and stuff, $20 for like
really, Chris?
a whole bunch of stuff. Cute. And then I took it apart, and I just cleaned the sensor, and it worked fine after that. So you might have a little bit of dust because sometimes you get there's like 3 sensors underneath that. There's like the main platter, because the one I have is like flat and holds 5 CDs. Take that platter out and just go with some alcohol and a Q-tip and clean the lenses really good. Let it dry out and put it together. And
maybe that's what I have to do with my Funday box set. I can't play it on my big boom box on my big CD player, but I can play it on my smaller one. It works there, but it won't work on there. But other CDs work on it. It's weird.
Well, some CDs actually they oxidize and then they become unreadable. I have some. Like,
I can't play my Let It Be box set, CD box set, the new one that came out. I can't play it on my big CD player, which is a 3-disc thing or 4. But my other CD player radio thing, it's just a single CD thing. It works on that. But I wish it would work on the other one because it's got a better surround sound on it.
Yeah.
But oh well, I can still listen to it. It's no big deal.
I might need to bring mine in because my main issue is with the drawer. It doesn't always, when it slides in, it doesn't always start reading the CDs, and I have to like push it, and then I hear a click, and then it starts spinning around. Yeah. So there's something going on in there.
Read this one out loud.
Yeah, that was the same thing with the one I bought. That was the same thing I was doing at first. The drawer wasn't going on all the way, and it wasn't picking up the CD. There's the mechanism. It's the sensor has to trigger the CD in there.
I like that one. I listen to my Sesame Street records.
Really, just cleaning everything up, so pretty easy fix. Usually fixes about 90% of the problems. Sometimes it's other stuff. But
you know what? I don't care that I don't have the fanciest stereo system to play my records on, because most of the time I listen through headphones anyway. I like listening to a record through headphones because you hear every little detail better. I can't read music, but I can hear things and little details. But I just have one of those little briefcase turntable things there.
Sorry to interrupt, but my brain finally started working. I tell you, I'm on delay. The guys from Brotherhood, they were in Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Three of the guys from Paul Revere and the Raiders left and joined Brotherhood, and then they got some studio musicians and did that Prince sound record.
I remember seeing them on American Bandstand. What was that hit they had?
Oh, they had I know they had Cherokee people, Cherokee Tribe.
Yeah, Vinyl Kid says that record players are bad for records. I would probably get kicked out of the VC community if people saw how I treated my records when I was a kid.
Really? That bad, huh?
Oh, well, I had like a ton of I didn't have them. They belonged to my brother. All these 45s, and they were just stacked up on top of each other, like in a corner. And, And I keep kicking myself every time I think of what I used to have on 45.
Yeah.
You know, just some of those, I don't know if they'd be worth anything, but, you know, old Nancy Sinatra, you know, these boots are made for walking, and like Paul Revere and the Raiders, and then that old Snoopy and the Red Baron.
Mhm.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
that was on one of those K-Tel records, that Snoopy and the Red Baron, and the one out 45 I used to have as a kid was that one there, "Shut Up, You Face."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's the matter, you? Hey, gotta no respect. What do you think you do? Why you looking so sad? It's a not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up, you face.
Well, I don't think I think the people who built those early stereo systems, they weren't really music collectors anyway, because I remember when I first started getting kids records, I was using my dad's record player, and his system was like huge. It was like this big thing that like took up half the wall
Yeah.
space.
my parents
And there was like a drawer where you could put the records, but they weren't vertical. You couldn't put them vertical. It was this drawer was wide but narrow, so you had to stack them.
Yeah, you don't really.
So my dad had like 50 records all stacked flat.
My parents had one of those big giant Magnavox console stereos.
Oh yeah.
Because the people who were producing good vinyl were mostly the classical labels. And, you know, when she listened to classical music, she also listened to, I can remember Paul Moriarty. Oh, God, what was some of the other stuff she listened to? Paul Moriarty, of course, Herb Alpert. I remember Xavier Cugat. And I like Xavier Cugat. I like that music. And the Mantovani Mantovani Orchestra. So she listened to a lot of records that were orchestrated versions of popular music. You know, so a lot of her records had, you know, they had Beatles songs, but they were Beatles songs that were instrumentals performed by an orchestra. You know, so that's what she listened to. I inherited their old one when I was in junior high school because they bought another one. And so I got the old one. And then I hooked up, I bought, because it had an output for an auxiliary. So I bought a jack for headphones and I wired it to the auxiliary so that I could listen with headphones. So yeah, that's, James, like what you do. I was listening to, you know, all my music with headphones because then I could listen to it at night, you know, when I was supposed to be in bed sleeping, but I'd be listening to my records.
Yeah. Oh, did we get a chance to listen to that ABBA song I gave you the link for?
Yes, I did. I still don't remember it though. But
Isn't
yeah,
it beautiful? I just love that song. It's just so hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah, James, Tim's country show would have been really big if I still had my dad's records. I think he had about 50 country records. But when we moved to New Jersey, he got rid of them all.
Okay,
because we had to get rid of that stereo system. It took like half a wall.
Wow,
doesn't fit too well in an apartment building.
I can imagine.
Because when we first moved to Florida, my parents couldn't find a affordable house, so we started in an apartment.
Yeah. So Calvin, I'm going to put your brain to the test. I'm going to put your brain to the test and your brain to the test. Okay.
Oh God, my brain's on delay.
Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of music here, and I want you to guess what this piece of music is. It goes like this. Dum 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 dum.
It sounds like something from a Clint Eastwood movie.
You did that yesterday.
Yeah.
It sounds like Ghost Riders in the Sky.
But you know, my answer is still my answer is still a theme from Bonanza.
Dum 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 dum. That's Bonanza.
So what was the first one you did?
The first one was Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Ah, okay. See, I know that song, but I'm sorry, I did not recognize it.
I have a record, a psych record.
Hey,
the band redid that song. some obscure psych band that I can't remember. Amazing, something I can't remember.
Wow.
Captain LSD just ordered saucer full of secrets.
Ooh,
But maybe I can find it. Riders in the Sky. I look under R for
Ghost
remake.
Rider.
Hold on.
Ghost Riders in the Sky. And this guy's on a roll tonight.
That song's been covered by a lot of people. One of the
I like
most
the Johnny
amazing
Cash one.
Yeah, Johnny Cash. Dick Dale actually did it once too.
Anthony.
Hey,
Welcome.
Anthony, how's it going?
Hey, if you guys get this when it came out, Nick Mason's Saucer Full of Secrets.
Let me make it big. Oh, I've never seen that one before.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I got it when they were touring. They came to Chicago, but I didn't act quick enough, and so I didn't get a ticket. And they actually replied to a comment I left, or I did a video about it, and I can't remember which guy commented, because I said that, they did the Barrett classic Interstellar Overdrive, but it was a very short kind of, they didn't do a very long version of it, and I kind of felt like, well, it was Sid's song, maybe they were recognizing that it was his song and that they weren't like up to playing it like he did. And one of the guys messaged me back, and he said that was part of the reason. But the other reason was we didn't have enough time to rehearse it well enough to really develop it like Sid would have.
Yeah. How you doing?
All right. How's my sound?
Hey,
I'll probably go to crap.
All your sound is sounding good right now, so you're
It'll probably go to crap because I'm on my iPad.
I got news, good news for you, Anthony. Very good news.
Here is the weirdest thing that happened, Anthony. You're not going to believe this, okay? All day yesterday on Google Chrome, my Facebook wasn't working, but I could do it on the other thing. On Microsoft Edge, it was working. I woke up
after I told you to replace the Chrome.
Yeah, and after this morning, I put it back on Google Chrome. Guess what? It's working again.
Oh, you see, with some glitch between Google Chrome and Facebook that got fixed.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. I was like, whoa, and now it works again.
Yeah, like I tried to I put Google Chrome on my iPad, and when I clicked on your link, I open up Google Chrome. Google Chrome tells me to use StreamYard on this device, you have to use Safari. Yeah. Well, Safari is screwed up with StreamYard right now. So basically, they're like,
what you gonna do?
Well, the main thing is
StreamYard says use Safari, Google Chrome for the best experience. And then StreamYard says, well, you can't use Google Chrome for the best experience on this device. You have to use Safari. And Safari, as you know, has been screwed up the last couple of weeks. So, and I didn't want to go upstairs and start the computer and all that.
I was on Richard's stream this afternoon, and I went up on camera, and the first thing that happened, my mic was on, and there was no sound, so I had to drop and I had to come back up. It's StreamYard.
And StreamYard is, yeah.
Oh,
StreamYard
album, folks. Here we go.
StreamYard's making money hand over fist. Yet they don't want to invest the money in
hey, Lisa,
upgrading the quality of their service.
So what have you got now, Calvin?
Here's the band that did a remake of Riders in the Sky. Who doesn't know this band? Lightning.
I don't know
that band.
Who doesn't know that band? I don't know that band.
I don't know that band.
So apparently nobody knows that band except Calvin.
I guess we're all clueless who this band is. Only you know who they are.
Lightning. Huh?
Yeah, it's 60 Psych.
I think Hop, you were trying to tell me something, but
I've got good news.
You got cut off.
Your album is supposed to be here in my possession on Thursday. So
And
Oh,
this was the pink,
Pierce the Veil.
the other Pink Floyd
here's the veil.
top that I was talking about.
Ah,
Yeah, see Emily plays on it. Julia Dream paint box. It would be so nice. Apples and oranges. Scarecrow, Candy and a Currant Bun. Arnold Lane, Matilda Mother, and Chapter 24.
Arnold Lane. That's a.
As you can tell, it's a Dutch import.
I think Arnold Lane is one that I don't have on anything. Let me check that one I have.
Doesn't sound like Arnold Lane.
Where is
You can make me small.
okay, sorry. Just having an argument with my mom.
Uh-oh.
That's never good.
I bet you lost it.
No, I didn't lose it. I
Well,
mean,
then I-
Come on. No one ever wins an
then that
argument with their
means you
mom.
lost it. If you didn't lose the argument, then that means you lost it. Because you don't win arguments with your mother.
You
No.
never win. You don't
Very
try. Even if you win the argument, you let her win. Even if you know, even if you know without a shadow of a doubt, 500%, you're right and she's wrong, you still let her win the argument. And that goes for pretty much any woman, period. Not just mothers.
uh-oh,
know it's
now we're
good
getting
for
the
you.
crackling. Uh-oh, now
There
the
we go.
mic's going out.
Yeah, well, it's the StreamYard. I'll have to reboot probably. If it gets really bad, just let me know.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to shut her down. We're at 1 hour and 55 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I will be on again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and we'll have JJ here again. We'll have some more fun. And I want to thank you, my panel here. I want to thank Richard Calvin Wazoo, Anthony, the Jedi Master.
I'm starting a Twitch stream in 3 minutes, 7 o'clock on Twitch.
And the ever wonderful, amazing Calvin W. Boaz and my wonderful, lovely Peanut Gallery. So I will see you all tomorrow. And as I say in my channel, Beatles forever. See you later.
Bye, everybody.